down over?
Hunching down. Maybe they have some sort of a widget that they've been getting their heat out of. Like they've
Hmm.
gone and found something, and they're just sitting there like sucking the heat out of it.
How about this? Like, how about that? But the thing that they're drawing the heat from is like some piece of equipment from. Like, we're not the only scavengers, and we talked about the fact that there could be other scavengers that are not official. Maybe this is like a team that came in from before and wandered upon this. This isn't the Snake Bros because we don't want them dying that fast. But it could be like some unsanctioned group that just kind of wandered in here. It could have been yesterday. It could have been 10 years ago, for all we know. But you know,
It's just sucking the heat out of one of their corpses.
yeah. It's like their husk, or maybe their equipment too, for all we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were here looking for stuff. Cool. But yeah, I think they turn and they see us.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just close the door and back away?
uh, um. Okay, so this is an inhabited nest. So how about we say there's just one of these creatures?
Okay.
Yeah, there's just one of these creatures.
Yeah.
How much? How
Therefore,
much?
it would really be screwed.
Yeah. But well, that doesn't mean that we're not gonna be screwed anyway. So let's find out. Um, let me find out how much progress I have.
Wait a minute. Let me
What do you got? Oh, we're at 4 progress.
sway.
Ooh.
So I can whisper to the wind
Uh-huh.
by naming this thing 3 times. Doesn't say it has to be its actual name. It could just be a name
Hmm.
that I give it.
Do you think you need to know its actual name though for it to work?
Speak a person's name 3 times to the wind.
Yeah, like a person's name. Like it almost feels like you need to know the person.
Information to fulfill the need to compel them. Yeah, I don't think I could
Hmm.
actually compel a thing like this.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hmm. Let's see here. I was gonna look for. There's a thing in the Delve book that talks about. Let me find it. Give me a second. When you're going into.
Super soaker with acid.
Oh, let's see here. Risk zones. Okay, here we go. So right now, the risk would be dangerous because when you're in the first 3, it's either troublesome or dangerous. The next 3, and we said this place was,
For,
what did we give it? It was just formidable, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, since it's formidable, the first one would just be troublesome, and then the medium risk, which is progress 4 through 7, and we're at 4 now because we're moving deeper in,
Mhm.
is dangerous. So this thing is a dangerous threat.
Okay.
It's still workable. We could still take this thing, um, but it's dangerous. So each damage if we decide to fight this thing, each damage we would do to it would give 2 hash marks worth.
Two.
Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah. And like as you're like as Persephone is, I'm always envisioning as Persephone is feeling like, oh, should we like push the button? Should we go? Hela is just rolling her. Hela's saying, I'm fucking done. I need to be useful. Hela just rolled herself out towards this thing. Let's go. We're gonna take this thing on. We're doing this thing. It's go time.
Yep.
Hmm.
There goes my crazy
Hmm.
sister who just throws herself in without thinking about anything.
Here we go. I'm doing it. Okay, so let's take a look here. I don't think we have any time to be sneaky or do any crazy stuff like that. Um, we haven't talked about the weapons that we bring to bear. What does Persephone roll with? Or does Persephone carry weapons with her?
Other than her super soak.
Yep.
I imagine whatever weapon Persephone would have would be small and hidden.
Hmm.
Like maybe the largest thing would be like, I don't know, like a bar of like a piece of pipe.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, probably some sort of bludgeoning weapon.
Hmm. For Hela, so Hela's bar that she has, her big like Halligan, the big prying bar that she uses.
Yeah.
On the other end, this is something that she would have crafted herself, probably much earlier. It's a modified pry bar, and on the other end is like a pickaxe, and it's meant as a tool, but it can also be used as a weapon. So she has basically a pickaxe that she can use to attack things with if she needs to.
You know what I think would be cool?
Hmm,
If Persephone has her super soaker and then a bat.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Cool. Okie dokes. Is this like a bat that's meant to do like real damage and hurt somebody? So is this going to be like counting as a because full weapons in Ironsworn when you hit it does 2 damage worth, but non-weapon or like light weapons only do 1 worth. Do you feel like is this like one of the old wood Louisville sluggers that can cave somebody's head in kind of a thing, or you know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a full-on weapon. Yeah, I
And
like
I
it.
imagine this is something that she got from Uncle Griff.
Exactly. Yep. Just in case, take this with you,
Yeah.
and keep it by the bed at night, just in case. I dig it.
Don't trust anyone.
That's right.
Especially money.
Exactly. Don't trust anybody. Cool. Okay, so I think we're entering the fray, and by we I mean I. Okay, let's come over here. So combat moves. Enter the fray. So this is going to be a dangerous foe. So if you want, I can track this one.
Okay.
This is going to be. Oh, what are we calling this guard? This guard creature?
Hmm.
Spines? Spiny?
Spiny.
Spiny. Battle.
Either spiny or sharky.
I like Sharky.
Chief.
Battle with Sharky. Sharky mushroom. I like it. Okay, and this is dangerous.
Sharkupine.
The what's that?
Sharkupine.
Shark. Oh, jeez. Sharkupine. Oh my god. Oh god. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. I've updated it on the sheet. Got to do it. And
Awesome.
it's heat vampirism. Oh my god, we're screwed. Okay. Okay. So my armor is still kitted for war. I'm geared for war, so I'm super buffed up as I roll into this goddamn thing. Literally rolling into this. Haha. See?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. What am I doing here? So we're entering the fray. Facing off against your foe with heart, moving into position against an unaware foe, or striking without warning. Um, I don't think I'm striking. I mean, I feel like I'm striking without warning, but I think this creature definitely knows I'm here. So I think it's just going to be facing off against your foe. Cool. And we're not ambushed, so we're okay. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my plus heart. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Heart, come on. Heart, go. Yeah. Off
Nice.
to a good start. Off to a good start. So, on a strong hit, take +2 momentum, and we have the advantage.
Who?
I think I'm just gonna brain this thing.
You should what?
I'm gonna try to brain it. So Hello's just gonna I just roll, and thankfully like the ground that's here because the armory it's probably more like the security area is probably more maintained than other places would be. So I feel like I give it a couple like really strong armor enhanced pushes, and it like propels me forward, and then I take this thing and just like cock back to just just brain this thing. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Nice.
I'm doing it. Okay, so I am going to strike. I have initiative. I'm going to attack in close quarters. I roll plus iron. Doing it. Here we go. I can burn momentum for weak hit, which I am 100% doing. Burn it. From a 5 down to a 2. That's okay. And what do I get? On a weak hit, I inflict your harm, but lose the initiative. Okay, so I don't brain him, whatever this the Sharkupine is. Yeah. But like this probably thing just nails right in its it's like its upper chest, like right up here. And when I hit it, I'm envisioning like these spores are like spewing out the back of it. Thankfully we have our respirators and everything on, but it sticks in and it gives like this wet thwap sound. Like if you were to take a rolled up piece of newspaper that's been soaked in water for a few days, and then you like hit it against the wall, and that sound it makes, that's the sound it makes when I hit this thing.
If it'd been in water for a few days, I don't think it would hold together that well.
It's a lot of newspaper. It's a magazine, like a magazine that's been, yeah. And
Okay,
then you hit that, yeah. There you go.
magazine has a little bit more of a
Magazine. Yeah.
structure to it. It has
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
clay coated papers. Newsprint is just
Hmm. Yeah.
it's making all art.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that. Yeah. It's wood pulp at that point. Okay, let's go back to progress. So I do 2 points of damage, and that marks it up to 4 progress. Cool. So we lose the initiative, and I think this thing is gonna do a thing to me. But I think Persephone, you have an opportunity to do something here. So what are you up to?
So Persephone wants to step in and smash it with her bat.
Okay. And remember, for combat, if you don't have the initiative, you can attack it, and that is a clash. And clash, there's a good chance that you're going to take damage, that you're going to get injured yourself. But you can also do things like securing an advantage, or gathering information, or facing danger. And if you get a strong hit, you regain the initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna gather information on this thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
because
how is Persephone gathering information on it?
she's gonna take a moment to take in all of the surroundings.
Hmm.
Obviously, this is a place that's important to this creature because it's brought its food back here. So
Hmm.
there must be some sort of information about it,
Hmm. Yeah,
like
I like it.
environment.
Cool. That's good. Yeah, so you'll roll your wits, and I think this also establishes that next up, Hela's gonna have to face some danger and avoid this thing. But go ahead and, unless you get a strong hit, oh, like that. So, um, let's see. I think you get +2 momentum, and something really good happens here. So on gather information, on a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific, and the path you must follow or action you must take to progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take +2 momentum. So definitely mark your +2 momentum. And what's the cool thing you've learned about this?
I'm still at 10.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mhm. What is the thing you've learned? And if you're not sure, we could always roll on the oracles to see if that could prompt anything.
Oracle, because I'm drawing a blank.
Hmm. Okay, so on the oracles, I would say maybe like action and theme, and then we can see what could be useful. Do you see where that is?
Action.
Yeah. So roll an action and then roll a theme. So this is the interesting thing that you've learned about it.
Okay. And theme. Weakness. You know what? If we can like capture this thing or get it somewhere confined,
Hmm.
it can't do anything against us.
Hmm. Okay. And then there's an opportunity too. So I think on top of that, maybe there's something in the room that you see that could be used to do this. What do you have in mind?
You know, it's an armory.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a locker.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's an open locker that's sitting right there that we can use if we want to.
So if we can like spook it to make it back up or something,
Mm-hmm.
or even just like smack it in there, then
Yeah.
we can close the locker and then boom.
Mm-hmm. So you have the initiative. You have initiative. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that both of us get the initiative is if you take an action to aid another person, and then you also get a strong hit on that action, then we both get the initiative. In this case, you have the initiative, but I think I still have to face some danger. I think Hela still has to deal with what's in front of her. And then as soon as it happens, I think Persephone can then jump in and do the thing that she wants to do.
Okay.
Okay. I had forgotten that under the oracles, there's one for combat actions, and I'd like to click on that to see what this thing is going to do to us, or to us, to Hela. Ready an action. I'm almost feeling like I've stuck my pickaxe end into this thing with the wet thwack, and
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to feel like that cold, like my hands are starting to become numb because it's like drawing because it's a metal bar. It's an excellent conduit of heat transfer. I feel like my hands are starting to become numb and it's like really hard to hold on to this thing. I think I need to face some danger to see if I can even hold on to it. Like the real danger isn't even here yet, but I think I need to see if Hela can even hold on to this thing.
Nice.
So let's do that. That's cool. I love these oracles are so cool. They inject so much flavor into things. Okay. So I'm gonna face some danger, and I think I'm gonna face it with courage again because what I'm doing is I'm saying, yeah, I know this like could give my hand frostbite and really hurt me, but I'm Hela and I don't give a shit. So whatever, I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's give it a try. So I'm gonna use my heart. I'm gonna face some danger. Oh man, we are just nailing it.
Yeah.
This is so good. Okay, so let's take a look here. On a strong hit, I'm successful. I take +1 momentum. That's awesome. So I'm gonna bump momentum. I've been using momentum like crazy here. And there's also an opportunity. So I think what's happening is I'm feeling this thing drawing my heat from me, and thankfully my suit is helping to kind of redirect some of that. Like it's acting as a buffer a bit. But but the opportunity is I like look over to you to see Hela looks at Persephone to see what she has in mind and what she is planning on doing because she's more the thinky type and Hela is more the so Persephone is the thinky type and I can see that Persephone is looking at this at this crate and so what I do is the opportunity like I start moving the sharkupine over a bit. So like whatever Persephone is planning on doing, and Hela of course is thinking that you're gonna like charge in and hit this thing, which might not be what Persephone is thinking, but that's what I'm gonna do anyway. I'm like moving the sharkupine over towards a little bit towards where this where the locker's at,
Yeah.
and then I think it passes to you.
Awesome. So Persephone's gonna get out her super soaker. She just needs to spook it to back up into this locker. What better do that than a faithful trigger?
Yeah, and Hela's like, okay, charge it, and you're like, super sucker. I'm like, what are you doing? I love it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try to spray this thing and just make it, uh, and just screw it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you're trying to secure an advantage here because you're not attacking it. You're trying to secure it. You're trying to move it into a position that's advantageous to you.
Yes.
You're gaining leverage. Okay, and you're doing this with,
With my
with your expertise.
from my super soaker
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, this is expertise, insight, and observation. All those things tie in with this plan you have in mind. That's totally wits.
Yep.
I like it. Do it. Man. Well, if you're gonna this is so if you burn your momentum, and you might as well because you haven't used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this lets you do really good stuff, and the strong hit lets you keep the initiative. Would you like to
Cool.
burn your momentum?
Yeah, let's do it. I
Okay.
haven't used it yet.
There's a new button above the +10 that says burn. When you
Burn.
it'll lower it down to whatever your minimum is, which should be a +2.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a strong hit, you gain advantage. You can either make another move now and add a +1, or you can take +2 momentum.
Hmm. I mean, so I'm guessing that my advantage that I get is
Mm-hmm.
that it spooks it and actually does back up into this locker
Mm-hmm. Or at least towards it. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I can either take momentum or I can try and rush it and put it and close the locker door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sarah wants to rush it and close the locker door. But I don't think that that's what Persephone would do.
No, no, I don't think so.
She'd kind of like step back and assume that Hela would then take over.
Okay, so you have the initiative. What you could do is you could try to aid me in some way,
Okay.
um, and that could be a couple different ways. But maybe the obvious one could be telling me what idea and plan you have in mind. Like it's clear that there's definitely something going on here.
Yeah.
Um, but my thing is still stuck. So I'm not sure exactly. So you have the initiative right now. You could try to secure an advantage again to help me out. You can, let's see, aid your ally. When you secure an advantage in direct support of an ally and score a hit, they instead of you can take the benefits of the move. And if you're in combat and score a strong hit, you both have initiative. So I think you need to find a way to help me to
Mm-hmm.
do something. And it could be as simple as you being really obvious and telling me what the plan is.
Okay. So I roll advantage again, or get whatever it's called.
Yeah, you'd roll secure an advantage. So what do you actually before we roll anything? What is Persephone doing? So what do you envision Persephone doing to help me out to take action, other than just standing back and like you got this? Or you could just say with my initiative, I'm going to stand back and say you got this, which could totally be a thing.
Yeah. No, she'd probably yell like, "Lock it in the locker!"
Mhm. Okay. So in that case, I think let's refer to the.
The other super soaker out.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So yeah. So insider observation. So you're rolling wits.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you're telling me the plan.
This is the thing that we're doing.
Hmm. Okay. A weak hit. So on a weak hit, for securing advantage, your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum. So I get the +1 momentum since you're helping me.
Yeah.
So I'm up to a +4, and I don't gain initiative, but I have an idea of where you're going with this. Like I thought we were gonna push it into the thing, and then we were gonna beat the crap out of it. But you're like, no, 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 just lock it in there, and then we don't have to fight it. We can just let it sit there, and then we can be in our merry. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Um, but I still have this thing here. I think what I need to do is I need to get my weapon out of this because right now I can't lock it in this thing when I still have my pry bar pickaxe stuck in.
There's
I
no
keep
way you're gonna leave it.
yeah, yeah. That's not happening. That's just not happening. I keep wanting to call this thing the sharktopus, but it's not the sharktopus. It's the sharkupine.
I feel like your weapon thing needs a name.
It absolutely needs a name. I don't know what it is yet, but it needs a name. I feel like it needs to earn a name, and it hasn't earned it yet. We need to name it, but not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
I
okay.
need more time. I need more time with it to really get the sense of who this tool slash weapon is.
Yet.
Yeah, we need to know a little bit more. Okay,
I haven't told you its name.
that's right. Not yet, but it will. It will become apparent. Okay, so let's see here. I think I need to. I feel like I want to secure an advantage because I'm not really trying to face danger.
Yeah.
When you attempt something risky or react to an imminent threat, yeah, there's part of face danger in there. But when you assess the situation, make preparation. I'm making preparation. What I'm doing is I'm preparing to smash this thing um, into the locker, but I need my weapon tool to do this. So I need to secure an advantage.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm doing it with. I don't think I can claim deception, stealth, or trickery. I think I have to use aggressive action here.
Hmm.
So I'm just going to rip this thing loose. So I'm going to use iron.
So I imagine that she's not only working it loose, but in that, and she's pushing it away, like it's going towards where we want it. Plus, she'll be getting her thing out.
Yeah. That's what I have. That's what Hela has in mind. Um, Persephone would also be pushing it towards the locker as well. Hela is more like, yeah, absolutely, but more focused on like getting this thing loose so I don't lose my tool
Yeah,
in the thing too.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll.
I imagine that Persephone is kind of like circling around a little bit and getting
hmm
a little bit closer,
hmm
so that it doesn't have like an escape route.
Nailed it. Strong hit. Okay. So with this, I take control of the situation. I get the advantage, which is good. So I have initiative back, and I can make another move now and add a +1, which I'm absolutely. I could take +2 momentum, but we're not gonna do that. Hell is all about the here and now, so I'm gonna 100% take the +1 to my roll. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strike. I'm gonna strike. So what I'm doing is I'm striking it, but I'm driving it into the what do you call it? Into the locker. But I'm also attacking it
Yeah.
as well. So I'm slamming it in its many rows of teeth. I'm just jamming this thing into its maw and trying to just crush it back into the into the
That's gonna be
locker.
a lot of dental work right there.
Absolutely, absolutely. As long as I don't screw up the roll, which I totally am. Okay, so I am striking with iron, and I get to add a +1.
Oh,
Well, there it is.
and
Okay,
now karma.
and the dice have decided to just like, you know what? I think you guys have had enough. You guys are good.
On us.
You guys are good. Okay. So, well, let's take a look at our strike roll here. On a miss, your attack fails, and you must pay the price. Your foe has initiative, and also we have a complication. I feel like my tool weapon has definitely taken some injury. I feel like it's not in a good place. So let's let's find out what my pay the price is. Yeah, it's harmful. It's harmful. Yeah, so I feel like as I'm trying to jam it into its maw, like maybe it like grabs on the side of my like it dodges out of the way, and then its many sharp teeth slam onto the side of my tool and like just start like nomming its way up and start nomming on my hands as it like noms closer to me. So like noms my hands and my arms, which is super not cool. But so I take since this is a dangerous thing, I take 2 damage. So my health is down to a +3, and I have to make my endure harm. But since I am ironclad, when you endure harm in a fight, I take +2, and if I roll well, then I get +1 momentum. So we're going to roll my health, because that's still higher, and I get a +2 momentum, or +2. So it's a hit. So I still take the full damage, but I take +1 momentum from it. And this thing has the initiative. So Persephone, you still have initiative as well, because you rolled a strong. Did you roll a strong hit on yours the last time you rolled, or no? Oh, you didn't. You rolled a weak hit. So neither of us have.
No, that was me. That was me aiding you.
It was, but when you don't get a strong hit, the initiative shifts to the opposition. So you aided me, and I got a bonus from it, and then I rolled, and I got a strong hit, and that gave me the initiative, and then I screwed up my roll. So now it has the initiative.
Ugh.
So I think we need to roll on combat action again to see what this thing's gonna do. Use the terrain to gain an advantage. So we're in an armory, and this is our spiny sharkupine. So do you have anything in mind here
Mm.
with its rows of teeth and its sharp spines?
You know what? it's an armory, so I'm imagining it has like the meshing on the
Mm-hmm.
top that you can like hang things from.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm imagining that he like jumps up, grabs
Ooh.
onto it, and maybe starts attacking us with his spines.
Oh, great.
Spines. Spines. Spines.
Cool. I like it. Hey, let's find out who it attacks. I think this is exciting. I almost feel like this is a 50-50 because it just got done nomming my hands. Maybe it's feeling like it's time to attack you.
Yeah.
I'll roll 100. Roll D100. And if it's low, it's me. And if it's high, it's you.
Yay.
Hey, welcome to the adventure, Persephone.
Hey, I have damage.
Yeah, you're okay. Actually, I think we're both at 3 right now, so
Yeah.
we're both a little bloodied. So yeah, this thing starts, going across the webbing, almost like Tarzan style, and tries to attack you. This feels like you need to face some danger here. So how are you planning on facing this danger?
By getting out of the way.
Are you trying to be agile? So there's a couple ways you can face danger.
Yeah.
Speed, agility, and precision. That's your best stat. That's your heart. Um, with your charm, loyalty, or courage. That's your heart. Aggressive action, forceful defense, strength or endurance. You could roll your iron. Deception, stealth, or trickery. Your shadow, or expertise, insight, or observation. Roll wits. I don't think that last one's an apply here, but maybe your courage,
Yeah.
or even your forceful defense.
You know what? We're gonna go with forceful.
I like it. So how are you being
Out
forceful?
and try and hold her ground against that thing.
I like it. So Persephone's whole. How are you holding your ground? You're like trying to fend this thing away with your bat, your Louisville
I'm
slugger.
trying to hit it with my bat.
Okay. So well, you're not necessarily hitting it because if you attack it, that's clash, which you
Yeah.
can do if you want to, but you can take damage.
Block its spines
Yeah.
with that.
Okay. Cool. You're blocking it. I like it. Okay. So in that case, you're gonna roll your plus iron.
And this is a what one? Class?
No, no, no. This is you're facing danger.
Face danger.
So you're trying to keep it at bay with your bat here.
And I'm rolling my iron.
You're
Right.
rolling your iron. Oh no. Yeah, see, it's ended. I forgot as well. So you go ahead and mark another hash on your failures, and I'm gonna mark my first on mine.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see what happens on a miss here. On a miss, you fail, or your progress is undermined by a dramatic and costly turn of events. Pay the price. Let's So on pay the price, you can pick one if it's obvious to you what it's going to be. And for things like pay the price, you have let's see here. There's obvious ones. You can be freaked out. You can be delayed. You can separate. Tell you what. Let's just roll. So go ahead and roll on pay the price. And I'm sure we'll roll. It's harmful, like we always have.
Don't know. Just let it tell us.
No, 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 no. It doesn't need to be harmful. Please, please, please don't harm.
Okay, what's it called again?
Uh,
There
pay
it
the
is.
price.
A new danger
Oh.
foe is revealed. You know, that's actually what I was just thinking.
Okay, perfect.
Like, oh, there's another one.
Come on.
Like, we've caused such a commotion that, its mate has now returned to the inhabited nest.
Yeah, because it is an inhabited nest. Fuck. Okay. Well, okay. And it feels like this bumps up. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I feel like we should bump up the difficulty of this since
Yeah.
there's two of them from dangerous to formidable. Wow. Okay. So if we take damage now, we're taking 3 damage. That's. I think we need to extricate. Boy, that elevator. We don't have to go to the top floor. We can go down a little bit and then skirt on another floor.
We don't have to go this floor. There's probably other floors that have I don't know,
Yeah.
external access airlocks.
Yep. There's other ones. Let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is while you're trying to fend yourself off from this thing, and then coming around the corner on the outside, it's still not right on top of us, but we can see a little further away that there's the pair that's coming in. Um, what Hella's gonna do is I'm gonna try to come over and push this thing away from you. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to secure an advantage. I'm trying to open up a space where we can start slowly backing away towards the elevator safely, and get this thing off you. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm rolling myself over really fast, and I'm trying to get this thing out of the way. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Cool. Um, yeah. So let's come back over to this, and I'm gonna do a secure an advantage, and I'm doing this with aggressive action. That's absolutely iron. Here we go. So we kit. Okay. So,
But it's
uh, your advantage is short-lived, and I take +1 momentum. And I'm doing this to aid you. So you get to take +1 momentum,
okay.
but your advantage is short-lived. So I'm like starting to push this thing off, and it gives you just a little bit of space to take an action. And Hella is moving like, um, I'm moving in such a way that I'm trying. If this thing attacks again, I'm trying to take the brunt of whatever attack comes at me, and I'm trying to give you the space to be able to make it back to the elevator.
Okay. Um, I think Persephone is gonna take a moment to try and gather information to see if maybe there's something else that they can use to help
Mm,
distract these things or whatever so that
hmm
we can make an escape.
Yep, I like it. Yeah, Persephone takes a moment, and Hela's like, "Go! What are you doing? No!" Oh,
Burn my momentum.
absolutely. Okay. And on a weak hit, the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take +1 momentum. So you were looking for some way that we could get out of here more easily, and it looks like you found one, but it complicates things.
I'm thinking that the way we need to go is not wheelchair accessible.
Oh yeah. Like the way back to the elevator, or the thing that we need to do to distract them somehow.
Mm, the way back to the elevator.
Okay, so something has happened that, like, maybe in the webbing when this thing was going around, it knocked things down, and now there's enough debris that I just can't make it back there easily.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Cool. So I think, well, we have to react to something now. So I think this thing is gonna try to I think this thing tries to attack Hela since I've put myself in front. So I think I need to face some danger here to be able to keep it off of you, to have enough time to figure out what we're gonna do. So Hela's gonna face some danger. Let's see here. Let's come back over. I'm gonna face this danger with. I'm actually gonna try to use some deception this time. So
Hmm.
what I'm gonna do is Hela is like kind of pushed this the sharkupine off, and as I do it, I'm like feigning. Oh my arm. Oh, I'm so weak. I don't know if I can take two of you, and I'm like showing that I'm weak and I can't fight these things off anymore, to like make a like a charging rush that I can more easily knock it out of the way and keep it off balance in like a rushed attack. So I'm gonna try to use that. So I could use my shadow and a weak hit. Okay, so let me just move this over here. On a weak hit, I succeed, but I face a troublesome cost, and I get to choose one. Delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger. Tired or hurt, dispirited or afraid, or suffer supply loss. I think I'm going to take the momentum hit because if I take Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna take the momentum loss. So what's happening is that I'm managing to keep it fought off, but it's made it so that I can't really go anywhere. So I'm fighting it off and I'm holding it back, but I can't really escape at this point. I'm kind of tied up with this thing a little bit, and I take a momentum loss. And I think you have an opportunity to do a thing here. You don't have initiative, but I mean, what's Persephone have in mind? As the other creature is probably charging down at us now.
Yeah. Um, should probably try and secure an advantage.
Hmm. And what kind of advantage do you want to secure here?
She's gonna try and create something that would get their attention away from them.
Mm.
So she knows that they like heat because she's seen the widgets and the different things that they've been like feeding off of.
Mm.
So she's gonna expend a supply
Nice.
to like throw it off a different way to try and get them to go over there because it's like, oh, there's food.
Hmm. Well, let's do this. Remember, you're an improviser, and
Yeah.
how about you make your improvising, you check your gear roll to see what you have that you can use to throw something off or something. Make a diversion.
It's my wits.
Hmm. It's your wits or your supply.
We kit.
Okay. So you have what you need. Let me double check it right now, but I think it's you have what you need. Um, but your resources are diminished. So you take +1 momentum, and you suffer -1 supply. So you pull what's the thing you pull out? Is it like a heat pack, something, a what?
Mm,
And we're down to +2 supply right now.
check my supply down. Um, you know what? I'm imagining it's like one of those little hand warmers.
Oh, okay, yeah, like the insert ones into your gloves. Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, and then you're going to use this to gain to secure an
Yeah.
advantage. Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. And that sure seems like wits to me,
Yes.
with your expertise, insight, and observation.
Because I'm the smart one.
Hmm. There you go. That's the one we needed. That's the one we needed. Okay, so you you can either make another move now and add a +1, or you can take +2 momentum, and you have the initiative. So what you could do, so more mechanics wise than anything, is you could make another move right now, and you have the initiative. So you've thrown this thing, and it could be that it's drawing them away a little bit and then giving us a little bit of space. Um,
Yeah.
and you have the initiative. You could try to do another move and aid me, to help me back to the elevator, and then if we both have the initiative, we can get the hell out of here. Like we can just leave.
Okay.
Do you want to try that?
Let's try it.
Cool. Okay. So how is Persephone gonna help Hela cross this space that is now wheelchair difficult?
I think she's going to use her wits to figure out like the exact path that she needs to take.
Mm, mm-hmm.
It's not a straight path, but if she's really clever and she goes this way and turns and then goes around this way and then
Mm-hmm.
does her special little thing where she hops,
Yep.
uh, we can probably get out of there faster.
I like it. I like it. Okay. So you're aiding me and you're securing an advantage by determining the right path through. So you get to make this move with your wits, and you get +1 because you hit a strong hit on your last one for securing an advantage. Cool. Okay. So on a weak hit, your advantage is short-lived, takes +1 momentum. So I get the +1 momentum,
Yeah.
and we do it, but it's short-lived. So I think the path that you had as you were finding through, you're taking us through and you're helping me out, but and we're starting to make our way back towards where the what do you call it? The elevator is. But like maybe one of the creatures has realized it's just a hand warmer. Like it's not enough for the both of them. It's not gonna be able to handle them. And so this thing is like charging back at us again. And I think we're gonna have to find some way to get this thing off of us while we uh, while we get out of here, or as we get out of here. So what I'm gonna do is Hella is gonna use her. I think we're gonna try to use the Shadow Walk. And I'm doing this in such a way that, like, as it's turning around and coming towards me, like, we're going back, but there's like so much stuff that's in the way now that I'm envisioning like there's some like casting of shadow, like the light's not as good as it was before, and so I'm hiding in the shadow of literally just a space that we're in, and I'm gonna make myself kind of fade away even in my wheelchair. So almost what I'm trying to envision is like you're pulling an almost an empty wheelchair, and I'm going to use this to ambush the creature, not to really hurt it, but scare it away potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use Shadow Walk. So I'm going to roll plus Shadow to cloak myself with the Gossamer Veil of the Shadow Realms. Let's do the thing and see how bad I screwed this up. Shadow, go. Boom. Okay. Cool. So on a strong hit, take +1 momentum. Okay. And then I can re-roll any die when you make a move by ambushing, hiding, or sneaking.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I get my plus momentum, and then what happens is that this thing is now like rushing towards you, and you're like and Persephone, you've been like looking back and like kind of pulling things back, and you look back again, and I'm not in my chair anymore. Like I'm just not there. um what is how are you with that, by the way? Like the weight is still there. Like it feels like you're still carrying a ton of fucking bricks in this chair, but you look down and I'm not there, and Hela's not there.
You know, it's weird things like this have probably happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So Persephone is just gonna go with her
Trust.
her perception based on like
Mm-hmm.
tactile and not vision.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So
I
she's
dig it.
gonna assume that like, nope, everything's fine. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I dig it. I dig it. Okay, so what Hell is gonna do as this thing is rushing um towards, well, now Persephone and the empty wheelchair. I'm gonna ambush this thing. So I'm gonna ambush it, and what I'm trying to do is just scare it away, give it enough distance, enough like pushback that we can get the heck out of here. I would attack it, but what I want to do is I want to secure an advantage and just scare this thing off to give us enough space to get the heck out of here. So let me come back over to my character sheet, and I'm gonna do secure an advantage with stealth. Yeah, absolutely with stealth. Because as it gets close enough, I'm just whacking this thing upside the head,
You're
and what's that?
They said you're ambushing it.
Yeah, I'm ambushing it, but I'm not trying to attack it. Like what I'm doing is like as it gets close enough, I go like, wah! I give it like the scary boogity boogity, to try to freak this thing out.
But you get a bonus to that, right? Because of the move you just did.
I can re-roll it if I don't like the roll that I get.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh yeah, let me check my asset, and I get re-roll any die when you make a move. Yep, by ambushing, hiding, or sneaking. Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my shadow, and it's a weak hit. Now, do I re-roll it? I could try to re-roll it for a strong hit, and then I think if we get a strong hit, we're out of here. Like we have the initiative, we're gone. But I could botch it, and we can get a miss. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. There we go. Whew.
Yes.
No guts, no glory. Okay. Yeah, so this thing is coming at me, and Hela just does the big boogity boogity and comes out of it, and kind of waves at it a bit. And it's definitely this mushroom creature, but it still has some kind of survival instincts that are there, I think. And I think it gives us enough space to make it back away because this thing just evaporated or just appeared out of nowhere. I think we bounce out. I think we get to the elevator. I think it gives us enough space to get out of here. Fuck.
I push down button.
Yeah, just go. Cool. So I'm gonna clear the battle with a Sharkupine mushroom because we're done with that shit.
Whew.
And delete that. Done. Boom. Whew. Okay. Jesus.
Hey,
Okay.
we didn't die.
We didn't. We didn't die. We could have died. We almost died. One hit, we would have been screwed, but we didn't. We're okay. Jesus. Okay. We're cool. I think that's probably a good. It's 11 o'clock. That's probably a good cliffhanger point.
That's a good place to call it.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yep.
You
That's.
good?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. So yeah. So now my pry bar, my pry bar pickaxe has like little like teeth marks that go all the way down. Nubs. It's called nubs.
No.
Yeah. And it's this thing has like marks all over this thing. So it has like scratch marks, it has pry marks, it's got battle scars, it's got like a scorch mark on it. Um, yeah, so
And
this
now it has teeth marks.
and now it has teeth marks. Now it has teeth marks. I'm calling it nubs. Perfect. Okay. Whew. Okay. We're good. Okay, so we'll stop for 1 second. Thoughts so far? How do we think Ironsworn, largely Ironsworn and Delve. How do we feel like it translates to sci-fi so far?
Oh, this is really fun.
This is badass.
I think it really works well with this. I almost feel like it works better than our last game, which was the Ironsworn
Yeah.
world. Like this one just makes more sense to me.
Yeah, we also are really digging into a lot more of the Delve stuff. Like
Yeah,
we're really getting a good run through. The one we did before, I think the Delve that we did was like troublesome maybe. It was over pretty quick. And I
yeah.
don't think we were even using it fully. I feel like this one, it's got a lot of meat on the bones here.
But the last one did have the magical manatee.
It had a manatee, and it's hard to top. So
Although we did have a sharkupine, so
we had a Sharky Pine. I'm super happy. So two things that I think in this one that I really dig. One is the combat actions that we're getting. So we're using that now, and I think that's really throwing in some good twists. I feel like we gave combat a real good run through on this one. Like that was like a 45-minute run through on combat right there. It didn't feel that felt like 6 minutes, and it was like 40.
yeah.
That jammed.
And I feel like we use the moves that were more appropriate for our
Hmm.
characters and not
Yeah.
just like, I'm going to smack it. I'm going to smack it some more.
Yeah. Yeah. The playstyle is also very different this time than it was last time. Last time you had a character that had a lot of combat related stats
Yeah.
or abilities, and so we dealt with problems by smacking it in the face a lot, and we were able to really pound through stuff. This time we're having to think a lot more, and it's making combat a lot more interesting. I find like I'm enjoying it more. I think it's really good. Which I'm sure it's the way that it's as designed, but I'm having a really good time with it. The other one is the delve oracles for the monsters. The different kind of characteristics and abilities and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I was worried that we were gonna have a hard time figuring out what kind. Like, as we said, oh, mushroom creatures. It could be anything. I was like, oh crap, we got to come up with stuff. But I thought those were cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Anything else you want to close out with, or I thought this was a killer run. I agree with you. Sci-fi on this, nailed it.
Yeah, this was super fun. I'm excited to play again.
Mm-hmm. This was good. I dug this.